What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Welcome to another episode of The Excellent Adventures. These are the excellent adventures of Bamboo 6 Samurai. I know that sounds extremely weird, and it is, but this deck it's really fucking awesome. We have seen a lot of new iterations of Samurai over the past couple of months since 6 Samurai got their new support and Spirit Warriors revealed. This might be my favorite, and 6 Samurai have kind of been reinventing themselves multiple times since the beginning of the Vrain era. Obviously, things like double-edged sword technique and backs to the wall are a lot more viable in the deck because you can use those to go into some spicy link plays. It doesn't all have to be, you know, going to the legendary 6 Samurai Xian or going to the XC. Now you can go into link monsters and do some really fun stuff. But my god, this new Noble Knight link monster, I told you guys that I was so shocked how good this card was because it's a Noble Knight card. It should just, on face value alone, this card should be bad because Noble Knights are bad. But one of the biggest things about this card is the fact that it can be made outside of Noble Knights. So heroes can play it, 6 Samurai can play it, and this card is nuts. Wait until you see the plays that you can do with this. I'm not going to spoil them. You'll probably see them in like the first turn of this duel, but let's go ahead and just jump into the duels. Yeah, there's been a bunch of different ways to play 6 Samurai, like the True King variants, but I think that this Bamboo Noble Knight build is actually my favorite. So first duel looks like it's going to be against Dark Magician. Starting hand looks pretty decent. If he gets a circle, I would say that this starting hand's pretty busted, like really good. Probably should win the duel, but 6 Samurai obviously are going to have something to say about that. And if he can make Xian early, then you know, the guy might be in trouble. So he's going to go Kage Musha, and he goes Kage Musha, and then he goes hand. Then he summons the Noble Knight Link monster. He instantly goes, you know, he breaks even by searching a copy of the original Shogun Shin. Most of you guys probably never even seen that card played in 6 Samurai. I talked to John Moore about that. So he's going to search, but then he's going to activate that second effect. He's going to send the Cursed Bamboo Sword to the graveyard. That gets Fuma straight from the deck, and it's going to activate, giving him a Bamboo Search as well. Now, he only gets a broken Bamboo Sword, but obviously he can use that in different ways with like the golden Bamboo Sword plays. And I don't know if you guys noticed that exchange was a +2. So I'm digging that. And he still has the possibility of going for a Link 3, which he's going to go for. He goes for Summon Sorceress. He gives his opponent Fuma, and now he gets a monster as well. So like, dude, look at the plays that you can do. And by the way, if Fuma dies on his opponent's side of the field, it will still trigger and summon a monster to his side of the field. So it's a lot of like the plays are definitely opening up. So Dark Magician, he gets the circle. I don't think he got a plus from that. He looks like he's in good shape. He goes Eternal Soul here. I think he preemptively activated it, and he also is going to banish Summon Sorceress. The problem is, Summon Sorceress, she's kind of already done her thing. So yeah, he allows him to summon Shogun Shin. He goes into another copy, gets Grandmaster. He's going to send another Bamboo to the grave. Now he gets the golden Bamboo since he's resolved it twice. He's going to go double edge. And at this point, I was like, yo, the pop-off is about to be real. Remember that fusion monster I said was like impossible to summon, which I still think it is pretty hard to summon. He did use double edge, but he is going to summon it. And this is what happens when you play Dark Magician and you don't protect your Eternal Soul. That thing will turn on you. It blows up his entire field. Obviously, his Fuma dies, and he basically gets to summon off of it. He's going to make a Shin. Now he's just going to start drawing cards. He's gonna draw cards, draw more cards. And his opponent's like, get the fuck out of here, I'm done. His opponent just rage quits. I mean, if you draw 6 cards in a turn off Bamboo Sword, I think I'll rage quit at that point too. So I don't even fault the Dark Magician guy. If you draw like 2 cards off golden Bamboo Swords, I'm fine with that. 4 cards, I would probably say I'm irritated. But if you get all 3 of them back to back to back, I'm probably just gonna rage quit and like call you an asshole or something like that. So next duel is against Heroes, and I believe that both players are going to play the Noble Knight Link. He doesn't really start that good, just has the Fuma set. Now, keep in mind, I don't know about that Regeki. I guess he figured that he wanted to have Dark. I mean, I think he should have just went like a Heroes Live, summon Shadow Mist, maybe go into Dark Law and attack it by face. Now, what I was going to say is, even if he had Dark Law on the field, which I would have, at the very least, I would have summoned Dark Law, then Regeki'd, Fuma will still activate. It does not have to go to the graveyard to get its effect. So he's going to summon his Samurai. He gets himself a nice plus. Dark Law should be on the field at some point. You can already see he has a Cursed Sword and he has a Golden Bamboo. So at minimum, he's going to be drawing some cards. Yeah, I think he searched Goblinberg. But he doesn't go. Oh, no, he didn't go for Dark Claw. That was really weird. Okay. Strange play, but it's fine. Oh, now he's going to go for Dark Claw off of the Malicious. But if he summons Hand, he can just, like, pop it, which is exactly what's going to happen. He's going to activate Curse Sword. Then he's going to go ahead and he's going to Link Summon to get Shogun Sheen. I think Shogun Sheen is just for the next turn's push. Going to summon Fuma from the deck. And this is where the crazy plays happen. You've seen that he sent 2 copies of Cursed Bamboo Sword to the graveyard this turn. And you see that he's basically going to get, like, 4 additional cards off of that while thinning his deck at the same time. So I mean, now he has a copy of Six Samurai United. He's going to draw more cards and more cards. He basically gets Gateway now, and he's dug so deep into his deck, it's kind of inevitable for him to get the Gateway, even though the card is limited, as he has the Six Samurai United to get him 2 more draws. And at this point, once he gets Gateway, what are you going to do? You've already paid half your life points. You're going to get OTK at this point. I would assume he'll probably go Fusion and pop this. Nope, he does not pop the Fuma. It doesn't matter though, even if Fuma gets attacked, it's still going to activate, still going to trigger. Now he's just going to start spamming Keyzons. Fuma's going to die. Doesn't matter which side of the board it's on. It goes to your graveyard, which means his opponent is donezo. I just really like how fast this deck can be. Like, no one thought about sending Bamboo Swords to the, I mean, that's some next level shit. I never would have thought about that. And also the fact that Fuma is a level 1 definitely helps. So this is like a grudge match right here. Who is the real master of the Noble Knight Link monster? Is it Samurai or is it Noble Knights? And this Noble Knight build opened with 3 Goblinberg, which I'm not even supposed to sure. I'm not sure you're supposed to even be running this card. So I was just like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. So I expected him to take an L. He did not open with 2 monsters, so that wasn't exactly the best opening play. He is going to get a pretty decent opening because he gets boars on the field, and if he can get his Xyz on the field, I thought that he should have won this duel because he opened pretty good, no floaters. He has Kageki. He's really looking for a monster to make the most out of that Gateway. He does not. He draws Magatama. He's just going to, well, no, I think he gets a Keyzon, right? Yeah, he gets a Keyzon, so maybe he can do some stuff. He does go into Noble Knight Link monster, get Shogun, but he's pretty much at a point where he kind of has to set up for next turn. Although he could go for Summon Sorceress. That's a possibility. He's still plussing right here as he searches. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. He had a double-edged set. Okay, well, double-edged set changes everything. All right. I thought that he just didn't have anything else. Double-edged completely changes how I feel about this. Could this be, you know what, I'm not going to spoil it because he's going to pull out something spicy in one of the last couple of duels, but you can see with Gateway, guys, oh my god, the amount of advantage you can rack up with Gateway. You can go into Scolded. He's going to go for Shien. You can just make the play. You can make it rain in this bitch. He's going to summon the Grandmaster. The only thing he can't summon is that Shogun Sheen, which I think is still pretty cool because Shogun Sheen can still be a powerful card. It's going to activate Gateway. He probably searches. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and search. He pitches for boars. Or excuse me, yeah, he pitches to get rid of boars. And then he's going to attack. But he wasn't able to do the lethal damage. And he's playing Magatama, which is really nice too, because even if his Shien gets hit with like a Kaiju, he has another way of, you know, getting around something like Regeki, but not evenly matched, which probably could wreck him. Now his opponent does have what I like to call a free release. A free release means that you ain't got no hand trap. You have no cards to actually stop what he's doing. He has at least, well, he has one way of stopping it. I guess Magatama got him work. But what I mean is there's no Maxi, there's no like Solemn Strike to, for the most part, really stop what his opponent is trying to do. He's going to go for his other Noble Knight Xyz monster. Noble Knights have a lot of extra deck monsters. They've got, what, 2 Xyz, a Synchro, a Link monster, which is easily the best card. Shien's going to negate, and I think that's... Oh yeah, he used the protection card from the graveyard. So he's going to lose a decent amount of his board, but not nearly enough. And I think that even with this thing having all of these cards, see, this used to be really hard to deal with Noble Knights when they would get like 5 cards equipped to their like to one of their Xyz monsters, because it would be obviously super strong, 4,000 attack. You know, you can't target it, can't like blow it up by battle. It's like really difficult to kill. But unfortunately, even without something like Utopia the Lightning, you now have just a really easy card, which you'll probably see him going to. Yeah, its name is Borolo Dragon, and I wasn't sure if it was this duel or the next duel, but he dropped Shien too, so he's gonna put Borolo Dragon. He's gonna snatch his monster, and he kills him with his own card. That has to be rough. And unfortunately, Noble Knights can't really defend themselves because it's not like you can really have any traps on the field. And then this last one is True Draco Dinos. I could have swore one of these duels sucked. I thought maybe that was it, but that one was pretty good. All right, final duel. This one is against the True King Dinosaur deck, and Looks like it's not a brick, but not really the greatest hand. I guess if he blows up the Pterodactyl, he'll be okay because he'll get Oviraptor. Maybe he should just Kaiju here. He does not. He's going to activate some True King effects, and yeah, it looks like he's going to summon another one from the deck. He is going to use a copy of Magatama. He does go for Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and he's just going to attack with the face down. Double-Edged Sword Technique. Oh yeah, I thought he was going to get OTK'd here. Yeah, I thought that the game was going to be over, especially with him being able to go for, oh yeah, okay, I didn't really get that play. So he goes for the Trishula like rank 9 Exceed, but I really feel like he should have went for True King of all Calamities. And then here's the crazy part, right? So I was like, oh, okay, this guy obviously loses this duel, no biggie, because he drew a copy of Great Shogun Shin, which is not good. This is why bamboo cards are awesome, guys. He's going to equip them to his opponent's card, and he's just going to draw a lot of cards until he finds his outs. He goes into that Noble Knight Link monster. He's probably going to summon Fuma from the deck. He's going to get another plus off of that. He's going to use all 3 bamboos. Now he gets a smoke signal, and then here comes the Borreload again. I didn't realize Borreload was used in both duels back to back. And look how quickly the game completely turned. He 100% should have lost this duel. Look how quickly the game turned. I think that he really, like, realistically, he should have went into he should have went into True King of all Calamities. I don't really think that the Trishula guy was that good. I mean, yeah, he was able to banish a double-edged sword technique, but in hindsight, probably should have hit the other card. Let me go ahead and pause and show you guys the deck list really quickly. So this is what the deck looks like on paper, and it is pretty damn funky, but man, is it fast, and it's just a really awesome deck. One strange thing that I noticed immediately was only 2 copies of Six Samurai United, but then I actually started thinking about it, and I was like, wow, this actually makes a lot of sense, because, I mean, you guys saw in the duels, the Golden Bamboo Sword is just faster and more reliable. Not only can you search it by obviously sending the curse to the graveyard, as he did multiple times in the duel with the Noble Knight Link monster, but being able to activate this multiple times in a turn. He did 3 copies of this in a turn multiple times in those duels. Plus, it doesn't require you to have any, like, you know, summon attached to it or special summon or anything like that. It doesn't even require you to have monsters on the field. Yes, it requires you to have that Broken Bamboo Sword or another copy of Curse, but these cards are searchable as well, so you can actually use your opponent's monsters. You can draw a bunch of cards, which is kind of dope. The one thing I noticed is I don't know about Magatama. Like, it's a cool card, but as far as I know, it's not like really searchable in Six Samurai, so maybe you can make that like a Solemn Warning or a Solemn Strike that have better disruption power. Obviously, Shien can negate the spells and traps. Maybe Firewall Dragon if you're lucky enough to get on that to bounce, but I don't know, I feel like maybe Strike would do a little more work. I mean, you're probably not going to get blown out by like Regeki or Kaiju. I think that it's more likely for your opponent to just mass special summon against you than for you to lose to like a Torrential Tribute, or for you to lose to a Dark Hole, Regeki, something of that sort. One cool thing about this deck is it does combine all 3 generations of Six Samurai. Obviously, you have the new Shadow Six Samurai. I think they're called Secret Six Samurai in the TCG. These guys are from the Vrains era. You've got the GX, or excuse me, you got the 5Ds Legendary Six Samurais when Samurais got, you know, tuners and they started synchro summoning. Same thing can be said about Shien. And then you even have the old school Samurai with the Grandmaster in the hand and the Great Shogun Shin running 1 copy of that. I imagine it's just, you guys saw it, he didn't summon it all that often, but during that next turn, if you haven't killed your opponent, it is a good card to drop on the board, not just for 2,500 more damage, but if your opponent somehow just, you know, survives that, then it does limit how many spells they can actually activate, which would be kind of deaf for Pendulum decks, because that does count as activating a spell card when you activate a Pendulum spell. So just a fun little deck, and if you guys want to play around with this, I will have it in the description below. Whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on those notifications for daily videos.